Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Fine Arts Instructional Center. My name is Dr. Christina Nato. I'm the director of the nursing program. In the event of an emergency, please be aware of the exit closest to you. They're located in the front and the rear of the room, and at this time, we ask you to please silence your cell phones and all devices. Thank you. I would like to now invite the class of 2027, the nursing program at Eastern Connecticut University, to please come in and take their seats. Such a great group of students. While this is a really exciting and happy time, I do want to share a moment of some sad news. Yesterday, we lost a student. Her name was Samantha Guppy. She was a junior in a health sciences major from Hebron, who passed away. Samantha, known to many as Sam, was an active and valued member of our Eastern community. She made an impact as a billiards club and diversibility student in those organizations. Her presence, energy, and contributions will be greatly missed by her classmates, friends, and faculty, and everyone who knew her. So please join me in a moment of silence as we extend our deepest condolences to Sam's family and friends during this time of grief. As we mourn this loss, let us remember the importance of supporting each other during this time, and join me in the moment of silence now, please. Thank you. I would like to share the origin of the white coat ceremony. We've invited you all here to participate in the white coat ceremony, and I thought I would tell you a little bit about its history. In 1993, the very first white coat ceremony was held at Columbia University. Dr. Arnold P. was a world-renowned pediatric neurologist who was a champion for human-centered care. He believed that compassion in patient care is just as important as clinical skill. He firmly believed the focus needed to be started at the very beginning of medical training. So this was originally started for medical students. In 2014, the white coat ceremony had gone all around the world between 1993 and 2014, and now nursing students, PA students, pharmacy students, veterinary students, many different healthcare professionals have the white coat ceremony as part of their educational journey because it's important and it's wonderful to focus on the human part of our care. So Dr. Gold believed that by addressing the physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being of his patients in a holistic manner, their medical care would actually be more effective. He knew that scientific and evidence-based practice and compassionate care could provide better medical outcomes, and he saw it every day in his practice. He believed in this approach to both patient care and medical education because he was also in charge of educating medical residents. And he practiced what he preached every single day. If you go online and look up Arnold P. Gold and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, he was an amazing human. His gold standard, and I quote, was to provide clinically excellent care that is safe, kind, and trustworthy. And that resonates very well with nursing. So this ceremony marks a really beautiful moment in your personal commitment, students, to the practice of the art and science of nursing, and to demonstrate clinical excellence, care, and compassion in those placed in your care. You will each receive a pin tonight that is a representation of the humanity in healthcare, and they were provided by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. As you cross the threshold into clinical nursing, you've had your classroom nursing, you've been learning about nursing in skills labs and fundamentals. Now you're going to step out into the world of nursing and actually be taking care of patients and learning how to combine all of that knowledge into your nursing process and your nursing care for the patient. I am very excited for all of you to start this journey. Nursing is a wonderful profession. And I am now actually delighted to invite Eastern Connecticut State University's president, Dr. Karim Esmaili, to come to the podium and share his thoughts with us. Dr. Esmaili.
Thank you, Dr. Nadeau, our incredible faculty and staff in the nursing program. I just want to take a moment to also extend my heartfelt sympathies to Samantha Guppy's family, loved ones, and friends. It is really devastating to lose a member of the Eastern community, especially someone so young and with so much promise. I know we're going to keep her in our minds as we move through this evening. Good evening, everyone. It is a true honor to welcome you to Eastern's inaugural White Coat Ceremony for our nursing program. This event marks a significant milestone in the journey of our nursing students and in the history of our institution. We are celebrating the start of a tradition that emphasizes the heart of healthcare: compassion, dedication, and human connection. As you, our nursing students, don your white coats, you are stepping into a profession that is both immensely challenging and deeply rewarding. Research consistently highlights the value and vital role of nurses in healthcare. Gallup polls consistently find that nursing is the most trusted profession in the United States, with nurses ranking highest for honesty and ethics. This trust is a testament to the unwavering commitment that nurses bring to their work each day, a commitment to not only heal, but also to advocate, comfort, and uphold the dignity of every individual in their care. It is a truly noble profession. Your journey thus far has been marked by rigorous academic preparation, rooted in the liberal arts, as well as countless study hours. Now, as you embark on your clinical placements within our community, you will have the opportunity to put your knowledge into practice, engage directly with patients, and experience firsthand the profound impact that compassionate, evidence-based care can have on lives. This is the moment when your education becomes action and your aspirations transform into service. This ceremony, however, is more than just the donning of a white coat. It is a public commitment to embody the values of professionalism, empathy, and excellence in all that you do. The coat you receive today will accompany you through the remainder of your time in our nursing program, and it will proudly be worn at your pinning ceremony as you prepare to graduate. It is a tangible reminder of the pledge that you make tonight to provide care that is not only skillful, but also deeply human. To our families, friends, and clinical partners who are here to support these students, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Your encouragement and belief in our students is vital as they navigate the challenges and triumphs of this profession. And to our students, to you, know that you are not alone on this journey. You are part of a community, the Eastern community, that is here to guide you, cheer for you, and celebrate your success. As we proceed with this evening's program, I am pleased to introduce a special guest who is a really strong advocate, powerful advocate for higher education, and also an unwavering supporter of healthcare in Connecticut. Please join me in welcoming Terrence Cheng, Chancellor of the Connecticut State Colleges and University System, who will share his thoughts and insights. Thank you again, and congratulations to all our nursing students on this significant step forward in your professional journey.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. All right. We're going to try that again. Good evening, everyone. All right, that's better. This is a happy occasion. I do want to say, though, that the loss of a student life for us in higher education is one of the most sobering things for any of us who give our lives to being with students, to being with faculty in these environments. You know, education is a people business, and when one of our people tragically leaves our world, it puts everything in perspective, right? All the stuff that's out there, there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of tension. And then when you have this kind of moment, you just have to take a step back and say, what are we really here for, right? To appreciate that a life is no longer with us, and how does that impact our work? How does that help us to refocus on what we're really here to do? And that's to help people, right? So to appreciate what we have, because it can be gone so quickly, right? And so again, our condolences go to the family and to the Eastern community. I've spoken to President Ismaili about this, and you know, my office obviously is here to support in any way we can through this hard time. But I do want to thank President Ismaili for inviting me to come to beautiful Eastern Connecticut State University. I was saying before, last time I was here, I was speaking to about 200 freshmen, and I was watching them fall asleep, literally, one by one. They're doing the nod and the bob, and that's okay. I'm a professor, and I'm kind of used to putting people to sleep, and an English professor, no less, so I'm really used to putting people to sleep. I want to thank Dr. Nadeau for the work that she has put into building this program. I've met her before, we've chatted. This is not easy. So before I even go any further, I want to thank the faculty and the staff. I say this all the time. Students don't care who administrators are. You all don't care who the chancellor is. You don't care who the president. He's handsome, but you don't care who the president is. You came here because of the school. You came here because of the faculty and staff. And you came here because of the programs. The faculty and staff deserve all the credit for working with our students to help them be successful. So I want all of us to give a hand to the faculty and staff who are here, because they do such incredible work. Thank you. I'd like to ask our students, just by raising hands, I'm a teacher at heart, right? So I like calling on people. But how many of you are nervous right now? A few of you. Oh, okay, more than a few of you. You're nervous. I feel like we're at a commencement, right? And I have to keep looking at this. 2027, you're not going to graduate for a couple of years. Sorry to remind you of that. But you're not going to graduate for a couple of years. But it feels like a commencement, right? A commencement is a beginning, right? You are beginning a new path in your journey. How many of the family and friends that are here supporting our students feel a little bit nervous, let's be honest, or a little kind of tingle of excitement? Nobody? Nobody cares? Really? Okay, we see somebody back there. It's exciting. It's exciting watching you all. I have teenagers at home. I have 2 girls at home. And I'm looking at you and I'm thinking of my kids, and I'm just remembering, I remember holding them in my hand, right? I remember holding them in my hand. I remember carrying them. I remember dragging them. I remember doing all the things when they were little, and then now they're grown, right? And I can only imagine how your families feel watching you in your your medical regalia, really, right? And look at who you are now. Look at what you're becoming. That's amazing. And I'm so thrilled to be able to be a part of that. Healthcare is a really important industry to Connecticut. Healthcare programs are incredibly important because at the end of the day, healthcare is going to be critical regardless if it's this generation, the next generation, and so on and so forth. We're going to need nurses, we're going to need doctors, we're going to need medical practitioners and professionals as long as they're human beings. You are doing something so noble, so powerful, so impactful, and I also know from being an educator that you didn't come to this decision lightly. I've met many students in my time as chancellor, and I've asked them, why did you enter this program? And I've been stunned at the personal stories of the students and why they chose to be nurses, why they chose to be radiation techs, why they chose to be in certain fields, right? And it's always so personal, and it's about the person, it's about the human, and it's about wanting to help other people. And that's what I think is so noble and so inspiring about what you all are doing, and it makes us so proud. So again, as we are dealing with a day of tragedy, we're also dealing with a day of celebration for all of you, for all of your families, for our faculty and staff, for this great institution, and ultimately for all the people that you're going to help. Each and every one of you, you're going to help hundreds and then thousands of people through your careers. And that's going to be your legacy. And then someday you're going to be old and broken down like me, and you're going to be in front of a microphone on a screen somewhere, and you're going to think back and you're going to say, in my career, I helped thousands of people. I made thousands of people's lives better. There's nothing more powerful than that. Okay, so thank you for choosing Eastern. Thank you for being a part of this program. Thank you all for supporting these folks on their journeys, giving them what they need, because when you feel busted up and you feel like you're ready to get knocked down and not get back up, it's the people in this room, in your sphere, in your circle, who are going to be there to energize you and pick you back up so that you can continue to lift people up and make them stronger and better. Okay, appreciate everything you have. I appreciate being able to serve as your chancellor. I appreciate being able to be in this world of education with you all, because you are the reason that we do this kind of work. And you all are the reason we do this kind of work as well, because it doesn't happen without any of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support more than you know, President Ismaili and Chancellor Ting. I would now like to ask Dr. Amy Bataille to come up and share her thoughts with us.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Department of Health Sciences and Nursing, welcome, and thank you for joining us for this very special and very exciting event. Unfortunately, the chair of our department, Dr. Yao Encia, isn't able to be here tonight to congratulate you in person, but I assure you he is thinking about you from across the globe and wishing that he was here instead of where he is. Dr. Encia has been working tirelessly to develop a nursing program here at Eastern for many years, and he has literally dreamt of this moment tonight. So I know he is sorry to be missing it. Many years ago, he recognized the need for more healthcare professionals, and he took action in ways that somebody in academia would. He started and developed the health science major here at Eastern at first, And he was hoping that Eastern would be able to contribute to this need that existed by educating and by training the next generation of healthcare professionals and workers. He has been focused on growing our department for many years, but is always and continuously reflecting on the needs of the students and the needs of the community. The result of his work has been the success of 2 majors in our department, health sciences and nursing, and they work in unison to provide diverse opportunities to our Eastern students. Symbiotic relationships, if you will indulge my biological brain for a few moments, are those where there's a close and beneficial association for both parties that are involved in the relationship. And I think that's a great way to explain the connection between our 2 majors, health sciences and nursing. And also it's a good representation of the faculty and staff that help coordinate those 2 majors here at Eastern. Having interdisciplinary collaboration for us is essential to promoting our successes, and we've seen that firsthand through these programs. For example, the health science students at Eastern benefit from courses in all different disciplines like the psychological sciences, mathematics, biology, business information systems. And as nursing students, you also benefit from diverse coursework that is preparing you for the many facets of your future careers. Just yesterday in one of my anatomy and physiology classes, we were doing some introductions, first day of class type stuff where we're getting to know each other. And I had quite a few nursing students, many of you in that class, I see you giggling. And many of you were telling me about your minors that you're doing, some of you minoring in Spanish, if I recall correctly. And I was just thinking to myself during those discussions how wonderful it is that you're kind of enhancing your nursing education in ways like that, not just in Spanish, but in other disciplines as well. And enhancing not only your nursing education, but enhancing your ability to treat patients in the future by having those additional skills. But also in that discussion, I realized that to do that, to work those things into your schedules, the schedules that have been carefully curated for you by this program and by its development, it requires for you to graduate in 4 years that those schedules have to be kind of carefully manipulated and worked with in order to make that a success and to be able to incorporate your diverse interests. And I'm thrilled to hear that that's happening at Eastern. That's exactly what we want. I'd like to extend my most sincere thanks to Dr. Nadeau and all the members of the nursing faculty and staff for their hard work and dedication to this program and for their seamless integration into our department. It is a pleasure to work with all of you. As I speak about the development of this program, I can't ignore the fact that we would not be at a white coat ceremony at Eastern this evening without the support of our university and system administrators, and without the partnerships that we have with Hartford Healthcare and the funding that we were awarded through the CT Health Horizons grant. Those who are here tonight who have supported our endeavors, thank you for your commitment to this program. Similarly, we would not be here without you. You have trusted us as students and trusted this program during its most developmental years with your future. And we are grateful for the opportunity to be here with you tonight. This ceremony marks an important transition in your education, where you'll no longer be limited to learning from textbooks and in the Eastern classrooms, but now you'll also begin to learn from patients and clinical partners around Connecticut. This somewhat identifies your education as partially complete, and if you look at your degree evaluation in eWeb, you'll see that it probably says somewhere between 40 and 50% complete at this time. But before long, that will be complete and you'll have graduated Eastern and become a registered nurse. But I would still argue that for the rest of your career, your education will only be partially complete. We hope that we are fostering the idea of lifelong learning in each of you so that you can continue to grow throughout the experiences that you have in your careers. We are also confident that you will represent Eastern with the utmost integrity in all of your clinical work, and we're already very proud of all of your accomplishments. So on behalf of everyone in the Health Sciences and Nursing Department, our most sincere congratulations to each of you tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this very special evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Geeta Thapa. I am the Associate Director of Nursing Programs, Admissions, Enrollment Management, and Communications. I am here to welcome and introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Christina Cody served as a nurse manager and clinical educator at Generations Family Health Center, where she oversees nursing staff across all 4 sites of the organization and provides education and training for clinical support staff. Her role exemplifies her unwavering dedication to improving community health and equipping nurses with the tools and knowledge to care for diverse population effectively. Christina's journey into nursing began in 2020 in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic, fulfilling her lifelong calling to help others. Now, with nearly 4 years of experience, she has made significant strides in community health, a field she is deeply passionate about. She takes pride in mentoring nurses and fostering a culture of excellence and compassion in clinical care. A lifelong resident of southeastern Connecticut, Christina grew up in a close-knit, big Italian family. She currently resides in Connecticut, Colchester, with her husband and their 9-year-old son, Jack. Christina's decision to pursue nursing later in the life reflects her resilience and commitment to following her true passion for making meaningful difference in the lives of others. In her keynote address, Christina will share her insights, experiences, and the importance of embracing the nursing profession's value of service, compassion, and lifelong learning. Welcome, Christina Cody. Thank you. You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction and for having me tonight. So just want to say good evening, Eastern Connecticut State University, distinguished faculty, proud families, honored guests, and most importantly, the nursing students of the class of 2027. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today on such a momentous occasion. As you prepare to don your white coats for the very first time, you are taking a significant step into a profession that is as challenging as it is rewarding, as complex as it is beautiful. Today is more than a ceremony. It is a celebration of your commitment to a journey that will transform not only your lives, but also the lives of countless others. The white coat you receive today is more than just a garment. It symbolizes responsibility, professionalism, and a deep dedication to the art and science of nursing. It represents trust, the trust that your future patients will place in you to care for them at their most vulnerable moments, and perhaps most importantly, it represents compassion, the very cornerstone of our profession. As nurses, we do far more than administer medications, monitor vital signs, or document care plans. Although those tasks are undeniably important, what truly defines us as nurses is our ability to connect with the human behind the diagnosis. It is our capacity to listen, to understand, to comfort, and to heal not only the body, but also the mind and spirit. So my first year as a nurse proved to be the most challenging, but also the most life-changing. It tested me in ways I could not have imagined. But above all else, it was my belief in the importance of compassion and empathy that kept me strong through the hardest of days. During those first few weeks, I was overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of my responsibilities, managing a large patient load, prioritizing care, delegating tasks, and all the on-the-job things they don't quite teach you in nursing school. To make it even more challenging, of course, this was all happening in the midst of a global pandemic that turned the entire healthcare field upside down. One particularly busy shift stands out in my memory. It felt like every single patient needed me for every single moment. And despite moving as fast as I could, I still felt like I wasn't keeping up. And in the middle of the chaos, I went to check on one patient who seemed a bit different from the night before. She looked sad and withdrawn, and not the happy, bubbly person she was yesterday. After I administered her medications, I asked her if there was anything I could do for her before I left, and she hesitated, but finally said, "I know this is silly, but I just don't feel like myself. Is there any way I could take a shower? I'd feel so much better if I just felt clean." And unfortunately, I couldn't grant her wish of taking a shower, but the look in her eyes stayed with me. Determined to help, I went to the supply closet, I gathered a hair washing cap, a basin, and some washcloths, and returned to her room. And I spent the next 10 minutes that I really didn't have washing her hair, cleaning her face, and styling her hair the best that I could. To this day, I don't remember much about the rest of that shift. I don't remember her diagnosis. I don't remember her medications or whether I was on time with any of my other tasks, but I will never forget her smile. As she ran her fingers through her clean hair, so happy, her smile lit up the room. And the patient from the night before seemed to be back, no longer sad or withdrawn. It was a powerful reminder that nursing is not just about treating illnesses or getting the job done, but about caring for people, truly caring for them. So fast forward a few months later, I began working as an acute dialysis nurse. The challenges, although different, certainly increased. Most days were spent in the critical care unit, caring for patients who were severely impacted by that second surge of COVID-19. And these were long, grueling days. Patients were on ventilators, connected to countless IVs and drips. We would spend hours at a time in one room, moving from one critically ill patient to the next. It was so easy to get lost in the checklist of the job, to do what was necessary and then move on with your day. One particular patient became another important reminder of the profound impact of compassion. He was very sick, and his wife insisted on being in the room during his treatments. She asked countless questions, many of which she didn't fully understand, and clung to every bit of hope that she could find. At first, it was very easy to feel frustrated and brush her off. But one day, when she asked my honest opinion about his condition and his outcome, something shifted in me. I realized that to her, this was not just another treatment. This was her husband, her partner, and her whole world. I went home that day, and I really reflected again on what compassion means and how a lack of compassion not only affects the patient, but also has such a negative impact on the nurse and the work they do every day. Without compassion and focusing on humanistic care, we can so easily get lost in our own frustrations and the heavy burden of the job. So the next time I was with them, I made a point to slow down. I explained everything to her step by step and what everything meant. I asked about their life together, their family, and their future plans, and she seemed so grateful for the chance to share their story. And in those moments, I saw her as more than just a family member of a patient. She was a person navigating one of the hardest times of her life. And that experience single-handedly changed the way I approach my work forever. It reminded me that compassion is not just a necessity, or it's not just a nicety, it's a necessity for patients' well-being and for ours as nurses. So these moments reinforced what I hope to impart on you today. Nursing is not just about what we do, it is about how we make people feel. In a world where healthcare can sometimes feel rushed or impersonal, you have the power to be a beacon of humanity. Patients may forget the details of their treatments or their illnesses, but they will never forget how you made them feel during their most vulnerable moments. By prioritizing empathy and compassion, you uphold the essence of what it is to be a nurse. And your journey will not always be easy. There will be long shifts, tough clinical rotations, and moments when you doubt your own abilities and doubt why you're here. But remember that you are never alone. Nursing is a profession built on teamwork, mentorship, and shared experiences, and it starts right here in nursing school. So lean on your classmates, your mentors, and the community you are creating here, and always come back to why you chose this path, to make a difference in the lives of others. As you step into your clinical rotations and beyond, I encourage you to embrace every opportunity to grow, to listen and learn from your patients, your preceptors, and your peers. Never stop asking questions, and never lose sight of the privilege it is to be a nurse, because that is what this is, a profound privilege. To be trusted, to bear witness, to heal, and to bring comfort is an honor that very few professions can claim. So lastly, I want to leave you with this thought. Nursing is not just a career, it is a calling. It is a promise to show up, to care, and to make the world a better place, one patient, one family, and one community at a time. You are the future of this noble profession, and I have no doubt that you will carry its legacy forward with grace, integrity, and most importantly, compassion. So congratulations, class of 2027. Wear your white coats with pride, and may they remind you every day of the incredible impact you have the power to make. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
Thank you so much. I was riveted to every patient story you were telling. I would now like to invite Dr. Laura Zurich, Assistant Professor of Nursing, to the podium, and Dr. Ashley Cody, Assistant Professor of Nursing, to assist the students to don their white coats, and we will be pinning them over on that side. So they'll come up, gather here, have their white coat, have their photograph, and over there we'll place their pins, or family will place their pins, and they'll have another opportunity for a photo, and then they'll go back to their seats. Dr. Zurich, Dr. Cody.
Jackson Audette. Olivia Bogdan. Sumitra Bramwell. Lily Cartier. Abigail Davis. Caitlin Duda. Isabella Dutremble. Krista Farley. Taylor Homsky. Ashley Hornung. Claudia Koiva. Elizabeth Labonte. Gracie Massacott. Jamie McMahon. Victoria Mitchell. Samantha Murphy. Eleanor Pelzel. Allison Perot. Grace Saldana. Beatrice Sierra. Grace Smith. Jaden Sorrell. Lauren Thompson. Natalie Villanueva. Sarah Whalen. Megan Worthington. Octavia Zarico.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay Boucher, and I'm the clinical coordinator for the nursing program here at Eastern. Can we all give the class of 27 a round of applause? Together, we are going to recite Eastern's oath for nursing together, so everyone pull out your oath. Please repeat after me. As I begin my journey to professional nursing, I solemnly pledge that I will. As I begin my journey to professional nursing, I solemnly pledge that I will. Prioritize the welfare of humanity and dedicate myself to relieving the suffering of my patients and families. Prioritize the welfare of humanity and dedicate myself to relieving the suffering of my patients and families. I will act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of those in my care. I will treat my patients, my peers, and faculty with kindness, respect, and dignity. I will treat my patients, my peers, and faculty with kindness, respect, and dignity. Regardless of their social or economic status, personal attributes, or nature of their health problems. Regardless of their social or economic status, personal attributes, or nature of their health problems. I pledge to use my eyes to observe, my mind to assess, and my hands to do no harm. I pledge to use my eyes to observe, my mind to assess, and my hands to do no harm. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. To the best of my ability, I will serve my practice with distinction and accept a commitment to lifelong learning and providing holistic patient care. To the best of my ability, I will serve my practice with distinction and accept my commitment to lifelong learning and providing holistic patient care. I take this oath voluntarily with the full understanding of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by all members of this community. I take this oath voluntarily with the full understanding of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by all members in our community. Great job. You did it. Great job. Great job, guys. Great job. Great job. Congratulations, class of 2027. I look forward to watching your clinical journey over the next 2.5 years. Remember with nursing to hold on to your passion, know your purpose, and understand the possibilities that exist with your craft wherever it takes you. Now I will leave you with the poem called I Am Your Nurse, written by Tenley Force, a fellow nurse herself. All of life can be summed up between the sounds of lub and dub, the beat of which turns the body into a masterpiece with the soul as its essence and musical hub. Meanwhile, the work of the heart can be measured on a 6-second strip with definable waves and predictable dips. And the effort of the lungs can be equated to a rate of 12 to 20, a symphony of breath so peaceful and constant that it goes unnoticed by many. But who care for the sum of the soul, not just as categorical numbers, but as parts of a whole? For heartbeats and heart rhythms do not go without error. The mechanisms of the body will one day break down, leaving a wake of uncertain terror. For though it is beautiful, the body does fail. The calm tides of the lungs and the steady rate of our breaths will not always prevail. Where once our bodies were host to strength and tenacity, we weaken as sickness brings pain with each inhale as our clear lungs fill with ground glass opacities. So who will catch you when your body falls? For sickness and death will eventually be promised to all. When normal life is torn apart and whipped wide open, who will step up and help and mend what's been shattered and broken? We will, the nurses, the strong and illustrious, your nurses who are intricately woven with a blend of parts both compassionate and industrious. Where others waver, we run. We go towards, not away, into the fire and the blaze of the sun. We are warriors on the front lines of life, where death is the enemy and sickness its weapon. We fight armed with a countenance made of strength that nothing can threaten. Each day we put on our scopes and our scrubs willingly, stepping into environments that are uncertain. But we put on brave faces so that you won't see the truth behind the curtain. The truth of which is this: we can't save you all, but we will do our best to come alongside you so that in the shadow of the mountain of disease you won't feel alone or small. We will sacrifice for you our sleep, our backs, our hearts, our minds, but we do it gladly so that you will find peace and comfort no matter what ailment holds your body in a bind. We will wear your tears, we will carry your weight. We will hold you tightly with loving embrace, no matter your story, no matter your fate. To the nurses out there, to you, the illustrious, thank you for your kindness and bright burning souls. Thank you for your wisdom and your willingness to step into the difficulties that come with each of your roles. To the patients out there, to you, the weary and downtrodden, thank you for letting us into the worst moments of your lives, for allowing us to walk with you in the most vulnerable situations that circumstances can contrive. For together we live, together we fight, whether it be within the shadow of darkness or beneath the gleam of the light. So from the first cry of life to the last sigh of death, who will journey with you, and no matter what life pulls you from the folds of its purse? I will, because I am your nurse. Thank you.
Not much to say after that poem. I think it captures everything. I would like very much to thank everyone for coming this evening. I would like us to give a round of applause to Lindsay because she was the driving force behind the ceremony. She wanted it so much for for the first nursing class, and she's done a fantastic job at organizing. So thank you, Lindsay. Okay, now we're going to process out. The students will process out, and please join us in the foyer for some refreshments and some enjoyment of this moment. Thank you so much for attending.